Happy Valentine's Day? A wise man once said, "It's not easy being green." Right now, no, that was Kermit the Frog. But he's pretty wise. That has nothing to do with this, and this has nothing to do with Valentine's Day. But it was a specific request by one of my members of the Council of Nerddom. Yeah, it's one of those people's fault. You got to do this one on Valentine's Day. And I understand that Valentine's Day for a lot of people that are naive enough to believe it's the day of love. Whatever. It's the day of your significant other conning you into buying them things for no reason. I'm one of those people that believes that I don't need a day to show someone how much I love them. Because all the things that I would normally do on a Valentine's Day, I do all year long. I don't need it relegated to a day, and I don't need it to be a commercial holiday where we keep florists in business more than funerals. The candy industry gets a head start on Easter candy holiday, and so on. It's just weird. Anyway, so it's Valentine's Day, and this is going to be different. If you don't know what's on the screen in front of me, I'm going to give you a little synopsis because I had to check it out first because I was asking myself, why did this council member ask for this particular song on Valentine's Day? And when I read the synopsis, I went, oh, okay. This song is more about mental health and bullying, particularly cyberbullying, than any other song that's going to be reacted to today on Valentine's Day. I'm just letting you know. The name of the band is called SKYND, and I want everyone to understand it's a vocalist and their father. And their father is multi-instrumentalist, and he plays all the different instruments. And SKYND, who's the singer, they create industrial metal music, rock music. All of their songs are themed about true crime events. I'm going to repeat that. All of their music is based upon real crime events. Like this song. And they don't really cut around the bush. They don't romanticize it. It is literally what it is. So Michelle Carter was a woman, and I believe it was in Massachusetts possibly. And there was a person whose name was Conrad, and they had a relationship. And this person, Michelle Carter, was the cause of his death through bullying and coercion for him to drive to a Kmart parking lot and kill himself. So, on this wonderful Valentine's Day, two things. Number one, if this holiday is the most important holiday in your personal relationship with your significant other, you need to reevaluate your relationship. Because a day like Valentine's Day should be every day. Think about that. The second thing, I have no idea why my council member asked for this, but they specifically said today, so we'll do it today. If you want to understand more about what's about to happen, please do your own research. SKYND has their own website. All you gotta do is type that little word right there and it pops right up in Google. If you want to read the story of Michelle Carter and also her victim, you can literally type in Michelle Carter and it should pop right up. It's a disturbing story, and I'm happy to react to it because, well, if anything, maybe it should bring awareness. Maybe it'll help one person. Even if it helps one person go, you know what, I'm in a toxic relationship and this person is trying to marginalize my value in my life and existence, and before they push me over the edge and make me do something that I shouldn't do because I know it's wrong, but I can't help myself because of the situation I'm in, maybe. But this one's going to be rough. Here we go. Happy Valentine's Day.
The fuck, Richard?
I didn't request it. It was. That's SKYND right there.
You're gonna have to prove me wrong. I don't think that's what you really want. Do it now, you can think about it. It's time now, you know that. When you get back, you just gotta do it. It's the best time to do it. You keep pushing it another night and say you'll do it, but you never do it right. I love you. No time, I love you. No time, I love you. No time, I love you. Get in your truck and drive in a parking lot. Just park and sit there in your car. Get in your truck and drive in a parking lot.
The music itself is haunting and it's expertly done. It is a beautiful song, music-wise, but I can't really say that the lyrics are beautiful because one of the things that SKYND does is take the actual evidence in this case. What they're singing right now are actual words that Miss Carter texted to the victim. Using the actual words that were used by texting and phone calls and communications that she did to him that drove him to go to a parking lot and kill himself. This is one of those times where I can say that if SKYND was an artist when I was growing up, she would be sued and banned and criminally investigated by all the people of the 80s. Because this is right up there with Alice Cooper. You know, this is some heavy, heavy stuff. At the same time, in today's environment, because everything is so driven by social media and virtual things, not actual reality, that they're bringing awareness of these true crimes. And this is a song about that. Now, if SKYND was doing it just to get a rise out of people, Howard Stern style, 1982, fine. I could see people getting mad and throwing it back at them, but this medium, this artistic expression is used to try to bring awareness to the situation. And this isn't one song. They have albums of different cases, true crime instances and events and murders and suicides and all these different things that they write music about. Is it haunting? Yes. Is it the thing that gives some people nightmares? Yes. Is it important? Well, if you don't fight back against stuff, how are you going to win? Think about it. If we stop people from speaking out against, in any medium, in any artistic form, and the people are speaking out against cyberbullying and social media attacks and manipulation, if no one's willing to do that, even in an artistic way, then the only people allowed to do what they're doing are the people doing bad stuff. All right. We got 4 more minutes of this song, and I'm going to let it play as much as possible. I'm going to try not to stop unless something really catches me off guard. But yeah, if you want to listen to the whole thing without me talking, without all of this, if you want to get like just that part, the description is in the link below. So check it out. And they have more. Lots more.
had to do this. Not finding a place to go is no excuse. A kid in his car, turn the radio on. In that crime parking lot and do it at once you go. No more pushing it off, you keep pushing it off. Assuming you know you won't get caught. See the radio in your car, see them tickle in your lungs. You won't feel nothing, you won't feel anything. You can pushing it off. You can push it forward so long. After they know you'll be free. Till they know you'll be happy. I love you. Now die. Go in your truck and drive in a parking lot. Do it now. Go, just park and sit there in your car. It will take 20 minutes. Go in your truck and drive in a parking lot. Do it now. Go, just park and sit there in your car. It will take 20 minutes. Go. Now die. I love you. Now die. I love you. Now die. I love you. Now die.
For some reason, I thought that he had shot himself, but apparently, I don't know this story. In fact, I just read the synopsis of that it was a girl who convinced her boyfriend to kill himself. I didn't realize she convinced him to go to a parking lot, put a gas generator in his vehicle, and run it till he kills himself. This I didn't know. See, so it's not just a creepy mind freak out of a video. It's teaching you ways to. That was stupid. Sorry, my bad. It's haunting though. It's very, very haunting, this video. It's hard for me to contemplate it. It's beautiful artistically, but for me, I have kids and I know that they've been bullied, cyberbullied, and not like this, but I mean, kids are mean. And since they can just since nowadays, when I was a kid, if a teenager wanted to pick on another teenager, they had to do it face to face. You couldn't just, now they can type the most hateful things and they're like, oh, disconnected. That person could be 100, 200 miles away, and we're raising a bunch of sociopaths. Where because they can do it on a phone, it's emotionless. It's an emotionless attack on their part, and the person receiving it gets nothing but emotion. That's what, and everyone's going to admit that cyberbullying and cyber trolling and all this stuff that happens is one of the most dangerous things about the internet, about social media. It's a dangerous thing. So, I mean, you got family, friends, children. If you're an adult and you've got children, these are things you need to be checking out. Everyone that tells me, I don't look in my kid's phone because it's an invasion of their privacy. They're minors and they have no privacy. I'm sorry. Just letting you know, unless your child, your 14, 13, 12-year-old child has a job and bought that phone and plan, which, by the way, they're minors. They can't. You did. You're responsible. Did you know that? If your child picks up their little iPhone that you bought them and they go, my logo is my screensaver, and they go in there and they convince and plot a murder and everything else, and they're using a device that you paid for and you gave them access to, your name's on that. Think about that. You're responsible. So as someone who has a teenage daughter who went through horrible, horrible situations because of social media, it affected her mental state and her mental health to a point where now she doesn't have access to social media unless it's completely watched. And we had to do that to save her life. Everyone needs to pay attention. And hey, adults can do whatever adults want to do. Hey, if you're an adult, if you have adult responsibilities, adult money, and you can make adult decisions, and you're out there and you want to throw your life away, there's not a lot I can do about that. But for all of you who have children, you can't wait till something bad happens. because then it's too late. Engage your kids. Talk to your kids. You can love your children and still check up on them, and it's okay. That's called being a good parent. This song haunts the shit out of me, man. I'm gonna have dreams about this one. This is pretty much what goes on. Now, again, extremely strong material. Just for those who wanted to know, Michelle Carter is not in prison. She was sentenced to 2.5 years in prison for her role in the death of Conrad Roy. Wow. There's a Hulu show about this, The Girl from Plainville. Her sentence was 2.5 years. It was reduced to 15 months. She only served 10 months. She's out now. She got out in 2020. There you go. So remember, if you don't help your children out and protect your kids and talk to your kids and talk to your friends and family members, these kind of things can happen. It's a haunting story. It scares me as a parent. It scares me as a person. So with that being said, happy Valentine's Day. I'm gonna have a conversation with the member of the council who decided this one, because that was pretty messed up. If you enjoyed this reaction, by all means,
and put a like.
And put the like. And to all of you, happy Valentine's Day, and
Muchas fucking gracias.
All right, see you guys later. This is the worst request I've ever gotten, and I've had some doozies. I'm gonna get you, sir. You know who I'm talking about.